Most people retire believing their money will somehow last. They don't expect luxury, they don't plan to overspend, and they don't imagine disaster. They simply assume that if they were careful all their lives, retirement will work itself out. But here's the uncomfortable truth many retirees only discover later. Running out of money in retirement rarely happens because of reckless spending. It happens because of quiet miscalculations, underestimating monthly costs, overestimating how long savings will last, and trusting outdated assumptions that no longer fit today's economy. If you're watching this, stay with me until the end, because one missing piece in your retirement income plan can quietly drain hundreds of dollars every single month, year after year, without you realizing it until it's too late. Before we go any further, let me say this clearly. I'm not here to scare you, sell you anything, or overwhelm you with complicated financial language. I'm here to help retirees solve real financial problems in the same calm, honest way I would help my own family. This channel exists for one purpose: to make retirement feel clearer, safer, and less stressful. Everything we discuss here is explained in simple terms, without pressure or judgment. If you find these videos helpful, your comments and your subscription genuinely motivate me to keep working harder for you, to answer your questions, and to focus on what truly matters in retirement. Think of this as a friendly conversation, not a lecture. We're in this together. Now let's talk about the real issue. Covering monthly costs in retirement isn't about guessing, hoping, or relying on one single source of income. In 2026, retirement has become more complex than it was even 10 years ago. Inflation has reshaped everyday expenses. Healthcare continues to rise faster than most other costs. Housing, utilities, groceries, insurance, and transportation all demand a steady flow of money month after month. Retirement today is not about having a large number on paper. It's about creating income that reliably shows up every month, even when markets are unstable and life throws surprises your way. Most retirees depend on several income sources working together. Social Security is usually the foundation, but it is rarely enough on its own. By 2026, the average Social Security benefit sits around $1,900 per month, though this varies widely depending on when you claim and your lifetime earnings. While cost of living adjustments have helped somewhat, they have not fully kept pace with the real inflation retirees experience in groceries, healthcare, and housing. You should know, Social Security was never designed to carry the full weight of retirement. It was meant to supplement other income, not replace it. Retirees who understand this early tend to plan more effectively and experience far less financial stress later. Beyond Social Security, retirement accounts play a major role in covering monthly expenses. Traditional IRAs for 401k and Roth IRAs are powerful tools, but they must be used carefully. Simply withdrawing money whenever you need it is not a strategy. The retirees who successfully make their money last follow disciplined withdrawal approaches that balance taxes, market conditions, and longevity. One commonly referenced guideline is the 4% rule, which suggests withdrawing 4% of your retirement savings in the first year and adjusting for inflation afterward. While no rule is perfect, this approach has historically helped retirees stretch their savings over 25 to 30 years, even through market downturns when combined with flexibility and awareness. Pensions, though less common today, still provide a strong sense of stability for those who have them. A pension acts like a paycheck that continues for life, covering essential expenses and reducing pressure on retirement savings. Many retirees coordinate pension income with Social Security so that their basic monthly needs are covered before they touch their investment accounts. This layering of income creates predictability, which is one of the most valuable things in retirement. Another misunderstood but increasingly common part of retirement income is part-time or passive income, working a few hours a week, renting out a property, earning dividends, or receiving royalties does not mean you failed at retirement. For many retirees, it's a strategic choice that reduces stress and preserves savings. These income streams don't need to be large to make a meaningful difference. Even a few $100s per month can significantly reduce how much you need to withdraw from savings, especially in the early years of retirement. Now let's talk about what has changed specifically in 2026. The cost of living for retirees has risen in ways that traditional planning models often fail to capture. Healthcare remains the biggest wild card. Even with Medicare, retirees still face premiums, supplemental insurance, prescription costs, dental care, vision services, and hearing aids, none of which disappear with age. In fact, they usually increase. Food prices have remained elevated, and utility costs continue to climb as energy prices fluctuate. Housing costs remain substantial even for retirees who have paid off their homes, because property taxes, insurance, maintenance, and repairs never stop. These are not temporary spikes, they are structural changes in the cost of retirement. In real terms, many retirees in 2026 need between $3,500 and $4,500 per month to live comfortably. In higher cost areas, that number can exceed $5,000 per month. These figures do not represent luxury living. They reflect stability, independence, and the ability to handle normal life expenses without constant anxiety. Understanding these numbers clearly is the first step toward making retirement income sustainable. So how do retirees actually cover these costs without running out of money? The key is structure, not guessing. Retirees who succeed tend to organize their income and savings into different roles. Guaranteed income sources like Social Security and pensions cover essential expenses such as housing, utilities, and basic food costs. More flexible income from investments is used for discretionary spending, healthcare gaps, and lifestyle needs. A separate cash reserve acts as a buffer for emergencies and market downturns, allowing retirees to avoid selling investments at the worst possible time. Withdrawal strategy matters just as much as how much you withdraw. Many retirees reduce taxes and preserve growth by withdrawing from taxable accounts first, followed by traditional retirement accounts while allowing Roth accounts to grow for later years. This sequencing helps manage tax brackets and provides flexibility if tax laws change in the future. Required minimum distributions, which begin at age 73 for many retirees, must also be planned for carefully, as they can increase taxable income if ignored. Some retirees choose to include annuities as part of their strategy. When used conservatively and transparently, certain fixed or lifetime income annuities can provide guaranteed monthly income for life, functioning much like a personal pension. The key is moderation. Annuities should complement a retirement plan, not dominate it, and high-fee or overly complex products should be approached with caution. Risk management becomes increasingly important as retirees age. While growth is still necessary to combat inflation, exposure to excessive market volatility can be dangerous when withdrawals are ongoing. Many retirees adjust their portfolios gradually, maintaining enough growth assets to keep pace with inflation while increasing stability as time horizons shorten. The goal is not to eliminate risk entirely, but to manage it intelligently. No retirement plan is complete without preparation for the unexpected. Medical emergencies, home repairs, and family needs can disrupt even the best laid plans. Retirees who maintain an emergency fund covering 6 to 12 months of expenses are far better positioned to handle surprises without damaging their long-term income strategy. Planning for long-term care, even if only partially, adds another layer of protection against financial shocks later in life. Consider a simple example. A retired couple with annual expenses of $60,000 may receive $24,000 per year from Social Security. If they have $600,000 in retirement savings, a 4% withdrawal provides another $24,000 annually. Additional dividend income or part-time work fills remaining gaps, while a cash reserve absorbs inflation spikes and emergencies. This type of diversified approach allows income to adapt rather than collapse under pressure. The truth about retirement is this: there is no single magic number that guarantees success. Retirement security comes from adaptability, not perfection. It comes from understanding where your money comes from, how it flows, and how it responds when conditions change. Retirees who plan this way are not immune to challenges, but they are far less likely to face financial panic. If this conversation helped you see retirement income more clearly, I encourage you to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share your thoughts in the comments. Your feedback tells me what worries you most and it guides the topics I cover next. In our upcoming videos, we'll break down how to build your own retirement income plan step by step, using realistic assumptions and clear logic, so you're not guessing, you're prepared. Retirement doesn't have to be frightening or confusing. With the right information and a thoughtful plan, it can be stable, dignified, and fulfilling. This is Money Hook, where smart retirement starts and where you never have to face these questions alone.